I'm walking around here and I realize I live in such a beautiful place now. And I was starting to hate it, honestly. And I realized that's because of money. Because of money and the place I'm living at, honestly. It's like I'm grateful, but it's silver living and it's I couldn't deal with it. Somebody asking if over-the-counter medication was on the approved medications list. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not living like that anymore. Get that. I'm looking at all the jobs available. Other housemates are looking for employment. Seeing these horrible jobs, horrible pay. It's just like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have some art. I've been taking photos out here. I have more photography for sale. I'm going to have more art. I'm going to start doing sound healing. Just finding every way I can to... I'm not doing that again. I really am not. There's no way I am going to subject myself to it anymore. You would think I want to be trapped in some warehouse or some mill that just tears all this kind of stuff down, by the way, in the name of progress. No. I think I want to be stuck in a place where I have a nanny. The only reason I'm there still, she had a drinking problem. I had to dry up. And I'm grateful. I worked on myself. I did the inner work. And I don't care to poison myself like that anymore. No, but you gotta do your mandatory AA meetings that I just want to scream at him. This is not the answer. This is not going to help you. This is not going... I realized I spent $111 at one of these places on supplements. And I realized I used to be on a lot of prescription medications, right? When I saw that total, I'm like, 111, that's a lot of money. And when I was on a bunch of prescription medications, on disability, Medicare was paying me for all my prescriptions. Maybe sometimes I'd have a $5 copay. Usually a $0 copay. And I remember seeing what $1,200, $1,600, $2,600 nicotine pouch. Stick it in my pocket for now. All this outrageous amount of money. Billed to Medicare. The taxpayers are paying for it. All that stuff was poison. I'm 47 now. I am 10 times healthier than I was in my 30s. I was fat, had no muscle mass, just all fat. Just fat, like 200 pounds. I'm a small dude. I'm like 5'7", 5'8", maybe. If I'm being generous. weigh like 145 to 150 now. Like almost no body fat. That's because I quit prescription medications. So this is on the approved list. I don't know. I wouldn't take that garbage in the first place, but that's what your doctor said to take, so. Not living that life anymore. I'd like to smoke weed every once in a while, too. That's never done me any harm. Now, hopefully this video doesn't get screwed up with a bunch of notifications. I gotta really fix that. Continue to go for my walk and take photos. But yeah, I had to share that. I live in far too beautiful a place to be tied down in a warehouse for not enough to have any quality of life. So I'll post links to my art and everything. We've got a plan for sound therapy sessions. Plan this all out. Oh, my house isn't gonna like it. That's not a job. The shit, paying you your rent. Probably should find a room for rent. Some hippies. Something. I don't align politically with a lot of the people. I tend to be pretty much apolitical because I see our leaders are on both sides. There's no hope for them anymore. There truly isn't. I know a lot of... God, I can't even say it on here. I probably banned the video because I forgot YouTube doesn't take context. But people that are aligned with a right-leaning conspiracy theory that I think is a psyop. And I know they mean well. You see the evil in these politicians, but the mistake is having faith in any of them. Become ungovernable. I believe in the Bible, I don't believe in the church. I think Jesus is trying to teach us how to stand in our own power. A man that teaches you how to stand in your own power and to ascend is a threat. A man nailed to a cross is a warning. What was my whole point with this? I believe the Bible. I see the evil these people do. I've read their books too. You have to elevate past that. You just can't don't have faith in politicians or government to do anything about it. War is not with flesh and blood, but of principalities and rulers in high places. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I meant it didn't need to be said anyway. I'm just distracted by all that's around here. Hey, I keep thinking, should I have applied myself better when I was younger? Would have been totally awesome to go to school there, right? Student loan debt and would have sucked. No, I'm really dyslexic. Probably would have excelled at another school than the one I went to. Very rigid, very academically focused, and didn't matter that I have a nearly 130 IQ, you know. I had some learning disabilities, was ADHD, so. Threw me in resource classes. Really held me back. They went on this theory that, some kids, if they were born in the summer, boys mature slower than girls, so hold them back another year in kindergarten. Some parents didn't buy that. I had a friend it was brought up to their parents, and they went, no, my child's going to continue on in the grade. My parents, sorry, they're both gone, love you, mom and dad, sorry, but kind of did what any kind of authority or anybody in a position of power told them. They're kind of like that, so. Well, the teacher says it's for the best. So, my friend, former friend, I'm not going into that. That's a whole another story that I don't need to share. If he's watching this or anybody, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he was class of 96. I was class of 97. Held me back to a point where I didn't care. His friend and my girlfriend at the time, and another girl, I'm forever grateful to you, I would not have graduated high school if it weren't for them. They tried to pile, because I ditched class and everything, they tried to pile so much makeup work on me. I had no elective classes, right? They had to be filled with classes that I flunked out of, and so they tried to make me not be able to graduate. And because I was an 18-year-old senior, well, they just tossed me out with a high school diploma, right? So they helped with a lot of that homework that they just piled up on top of me. So I'm forever grateful for that. They tried so many ways. The assistant principal hated me. Tried so many ways to make it where I wouldn't graduate. Kind of wish I hadn't fucked those friendships up. Well, I fucked up one of them. The other ones, sorry, I have boundaries. I have boundaries that were crossed. And, like, standards, right? A lot of stuff that was fun when we were kids and experimenting and such, that was one thing. I have a lot different viewpoint. A lot of different viewpoints, right? You struggled with a lot of the same things I have, but I've been in jail, I've been homeless, none of it's broken me. Oh, God. Okay. I'm really gonna end this. I find out, I know where I'm at, but shit. I mean, obviously Autzen Stadium right there.